Nathan here from NMKL Trader Community, and I just want to take a few minutes and share with you a period of the day when you can usually find some time to get in and place trades. Now, a lot of us have busy schedules, like we work. I even work, okay? But I still find time to trade. And we have to come home from work, we have to cook, we have to do all these things, we have to fix stuff around the house. But you might say, well, I don't have time for trading. Or it's hard to find that time because I can't trade at work. Well, I'm here to share with you and show you how the market trend system can be an effective tool during the Asian session. Now, a lot of people will say that the Asian session is not necessarily a great time to trade. But there are a few instruments during the Asian session that you can effectively trade on and get those 1 to 2 trades that I talk about in my trading. Okay, let's just jump in here real quick. Okay, for example, this is gold. Basically, it's gold futures, and if you go looking for it in your if you go looking for the symbol, it's basically GC. Okay, and whether you're trade, or there's also the micro gold MGC, whichever will be more comfortable for your risk criteria based on your account size, whether you're trading prop firms or using your own money. This is an effective time and an effective instrument that you can trade on. So let me talk a little bit real quick about the Asian session. Usually you can start looking, and I'm using West Coast time. Out here it's around 1500 when the new day begins. Okay, and we start moving into Sydney, Japan, and other markets in that area, and that's the Asian session. Okay, so roughly around 1500's new day, and then you can start looking for trades. Now tonight, I'm just sharing with you, tonight is the 24th of June. Right now it's 7:59 p.m. on the West Coast. On the East Coast, that would be almost 11 p.m. Okay, so you do have the opportunity to trade in the early evening hours. Now, I will say that volatility during the Asian session is a lot lower. Okay, so you got to look for those instruments that are moving. The Nikkei, sometimes gold, silver. Okay, those are some good ones to trade during this time frame. Once in a while, you'll find a trade in, the Nasdaq 100 or the S&P 500, the ES or the NQ. But I don't recommend those because usually when there's big trades going on at night, those are market makers and a lot less volatility, and you can get you can have some tumultuous trades trading this session. All right, back to this. But I want to show you how the market trend system makes it so easy to pick up these trades. Okay, we come into new day here. I drew the line here for new day. And right away you can see the zero line here, this white line. And I want to show you how effective using these market trend levels also can be. Okay, now that white line doesn't really bother me at this point because it's a new day, so I don't care if the market comes up against it. I'll still take this trade right here. So remember, the key to trading the market trend system is when the micro, which is basically the color of the candles, the micro trend, and the macro trend, which is the macro or the market trend histogram down here, are in agreement. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a line where we first see that agreement. Well, we do that right here. Okay, this is where we see our first agreement. I'm going to go ahead and place a buy arrow, buy on blue. We have both blue. Okay, now what I'm going to do next, tonight I'll just use a long position to kind of show you where I would basically go about 1 to 2 or 3 ticks above that, that candle wick there, because we're using Heikin-Ashi candles. And then ultimately I'm going to probably go down here, roughly, let me get up there a little bit. Those are points. Those aren't ticks. Well, let me just see here real quick. Let me see what that range is. Okay, in this case, we are not using, it's different than the NQ, okay? Now, what I do want to share with you is you want to see how many points you are down, okay? Because it's basically trading the gold futures, not the micro, but the gold futures themselves. It's $100 a point. So for every point over here, 1.0, you're going to get $100. You need to have that in the back of your mind, because that way when you trade, how many contracts and what market you're trading on and how far you set that stop loss determines your risk. Okay, so what I'll do is just take this to the last swing low down here. Okay, that's right back here, and let's take this up this way, and let's see how many points we could have got probably out of this first series here. Let's see there. Okay, we probably could have got around roughly 50. Let me just look here. 336. We probably could have got somewhere, that's 52 ticks. Okay, so roughly from right about here, 337 to 343, roughly about 5.2 points. Okay, and that would have been an easy $500 for you. All right, now I want you to kind of look at this, because when you start talking about targets and how many trades you need, I'm just telling you to go in there and fish for one or two. All right, learn how to trade this stuff before you start upping your game. There's trade number one. Now trade number two, right after that, you have a small pullback, and that's why I love trading this system. All right, and then you get another buy signal here. All right, let's go ahead and put this under here, because here again we have another agreement. Buy on blue, sell on red, and immediately we get into this trade. Let's do the same thing here. We're going to set our long position. We're going to just kind of say that we buy just right above that wick. And let's take this down roughly to about here. Now once the market gets moving, I recommend that you trail your stop so you lessen your risk, okay? And we would probably get out on this thing once we start seeing it come down somewhere probably right about in there. All right, now keep in mind these are hypothetical numbers. I'm just showing you what you can make during the Asian session, okay, in this trade. When you actually take the trade and when you actually close out of the trade, that's totally up to you, and I cannot control that. What I wanted to show you here tonight real quick was there were two trades during the Asian session on gold that you could have traded and put money into your account. And that's the effectiveness of this market trend system. Now in the future, I'm going to show you how you can trade, to do longer term trading like swing trading, or even I think there's already a video on how you can use the market trend system for your 401k, okay, or your TSP account if you work for the government. This system can be used on any instrument out there. Right now we're focused on futures, but I will be doing some demonstrations on how you can use it for stocks, how you can use it for cryptocurrencies, how you can use it for Forex, and other types of trading down the road. But for tonight, these are gold futures during the Asian session, and I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it's been instrumental in helping you decide to come on board with us at NMKL Trader, purchase the market trend system so you can start having access to it. It will help you with your prop firm trading. There's a lot that can be gained from this. All right, this is Nate from NMKL Trader. I'll talk to you in the next video. Have a great night, everybody.